Welcome to Google Sheet tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my product pricing and profit margin calculator in Google Sheet. So with the help of this product pricing calculator, you can try to list down all your material cost, your inventory cost, and your packaging, labor cost, everything you'll be able to completely list, and then you can try to find what is going to be the product pricing, how much you can try to price the product, you'll be easily able to find out. So first, I'll show you how the product pricing calculator is going to look like, and then I'll teach you how to create the product pricing calculator. Here is how my product pricing calculator will look like. So here you can see the material cost, packaging cost, the labor cost, and shipping cost. So below this one, there are four important tables given over here. So the first is the manufacturing monthly cost. So for per month, whatever is going to be the manufacturing cost, everything is listed over here. Then the packaging cost, then we have the labor cost, and at last we have shipping and other production, whatever cost is going to have, we can have it over here. And then here we have found out how much is going to be the pricing by profit margin. So how much, if you want 20% profit margin or 50%, you can just try to give that over here, and then you can try to find out what is going to be the monthly sales you can easily achieve with the help of this profit margin calculator. And also you have some graphs to see what is going to be the cost breakdown and how much total base cost you are spending per month. So I'll try to teach you how you can actually create the product pricing calculator like this from scratch. Let's get started. I opened a new spreadsheet. So here, let me try to go and name the spreadsheet as product pricing calculator. So here I'll just try to completely select this, and then let's say merge center. So here I'll say product pricing calculator. So this is going to be the title. So I can just try to increase the size of this, and then I'll make this bold, and also we can make this center line. Let's fill this with a color. So at the top, let me give some space over here, maybe for important tables and the dashboard. So I'll just try to come below, and then here let me try to create the first table that's going to be my manufacturing cost, or the material cost table. So I'll completely select this over here. I'll say merge center. So here I'll name this as manufacturing. So monthly cost, I'll just say it over here, and then below this one, I can just try to little bit adjust the width of this particular column. So these columns are fine. So here I'll come and say what is going to be the material cost. Then I'll have the quantity, and then what is going to be the unit, then unit price, and let's try to have the total cost over. So I'll completely select this, and then I'll try to increase the size, make this bold, and I'm going to have this as center line. Next is, so let me try to fill this with the color, and I'll completely select this over here till here. So we'll try to have a table. So I'll just try to have a light color, light border, and then let me try to have a complete table over here. So this is the table. So here I can just try to enter all the manufacturing or material cost, whatever I have for whatever product I'm trying to manufacture. So here you can even try to have a clothing business. You can try to do for any, this product pricing calculator works for every businesses. Let's say I'm going to run a burger shop. So where I'm just trying to manufacture burgers, and I'm trying to sell burgers over there. So to create the burger, what are all going to be the materials? I can just try to have the material cost listed over here. So let's say first is going to be the buns. So I'll say buns, and then how many quantity of the buns I require. So all these are going to be the monthly cost. So here I need to mention the monthly quantity. So let's say I'm going to sell 1500 burgers. So I'll say 1500 buns I require, and the unit is going to be just per piece, right? So I'll say per piece, and what is going to be the unit cost? So one bun is going to cost you how much? So I need to enter this price over here. So let me say it's going to cost me 0.6 cents. So that's going to be the value. So here I'll just have this as US dollars. And then here I'm going to find the total cost. So total cost is nothing but it's going to be equal to, so my quantity multiplied by the unit price. So here I have the total cost. So that's nothing but $900 I'm trying to spend for the buns. Next is, let's say we are going to have some meat or chicken or something. So for that, what is going to be the quantity? So let me say I require around 100 kgs of chicken or meat. Okay, so I'll say 100 kilograms. So how much is 1 kilogram going to cost? I can just give the value over here. So I'll say it's going to cost me $4 is going to be 1 kilogram. So here I'll try to find out the same way. I'll just try to find out the total cost. So here you can see $400 is going to be the meat cost. Then let's see some veggies. So the veggies is going to cost me like how much I need. So let's say that I need around like 20 kgs. So all these, the units are in kilograms. So the unit price, let me say it's going to be 3.5. And then here we have the total cost. So after that, let's say like we need some cheese. So cheese, like I need 1500 slice of cheese. So it's going to be per slice. How much is going to cost us? So let's say it's going to cost us $0.7 like per slice of cheese. So I'll just try to completely flash fill this formula. So here I can just have all this in US dollars. So automatically this will also change to US dollars over here. So these are going to be my raw materials. In case if I missed anything, you can just try to go and add whatever material cost is going to have, like you're going to have, you can just try to enter it over here. So let's say these are going to be my main material cost. So let's say I'm going to come and calculate the total over here. So here the total is, it's nothing but it's going to be sum of all the total cost over here. So I'll completely select this range and then give. So this is going to be the total cost. So now I'll select this completely over here, and then let me try to increase the size. I'll make this bold, and I can also fill this with the color over here. So this is the first table. We have created the manufacturing cost table. So now I can just try to completely copy this, and then here I'll say paste format only. So I'll just try to paste the format only over here, and let me just try to adjust the width of these columns. So the second table is nothing but we are going to have a packaging cost. So when we're going to like packaging, whatever packaging cost is going to be there, we can try to enter it over here. So I'll say packaging cost, packaging monthly cost, we'll have it over here as the title. And then here we'll have the packaging cost. Then we are going to have how many quantity, and then the unit, and then unit price, and then the total cost. So here I can just try to completely select this, and then let me try to change the color of this. So let me fill this with this color, and then here let's try to like enter our packaging cost. So whatever is going to cost us for packaging, let's say we like need a wrapper to like package. So like we can have a paper sheet, something like that. So I'll say paper sheet, and then the quantities, let's say I'm going to like need like 1800 quantities of that. So here we need to like mention the unit. So unit is nothing but it's going to be like per piece, right? So I'll say per piece, and then the price is nothing but it's going to be $0.15 is going to be the price. And then here let's try to find the total cost. So that's nothing but it's the quantity multiplied by the unit price. So here we have the total cost over here. So after that, like if anybody is like going to take away, so we can have a brown cover kind of thing. So we'll have a paper cover. So we'll have a paper cover. So let me try to have some 800 paper covers. So that is also the unit is going to be per piece, and the cost is nothing but it's going to be 0.25 per unit. And then we'll try to like flash fill this formula over here. So here we have got the packaging cost. So now I can try to find the total of the packaging cost. So that's going to be is equal to sum of all the packaging cost whatever we have. So I'll just completely select this. So here is my total packaging cost. Next is we'll create another table that's going to be our labor cost. So I'll just try to paste the format of this table. So I'll just try to increase the width of this particular column. So here it's nothing but it's going to be my labor monthly cost. So here I'll have the labor cost, then I'll have the quantity, and then I'll have the unit. Next I'm going to have the cost per hour. So how per hour, how much we're going to pay, and then what is going to be the total cost. So we'll have it over here. So I'll just try to go and change the color for this completely. So here like we can like what our labors are going to like be employed for this particular job. Like we can try to list down all the labors over here. And then the quantity is nothing but like how many hours they're going to work per month. Since we are trying to calculate it for monthly, so we need to have for monthly, and what is going to be it's going to be like hardly like it's going to be the unit, right? So per hour we're going to pay. So and then we'll try to calculate it. So here, let's say we are going to have a cook. So like he's going to work 160 hours per month. So that's nothing but 20 working days multiplied by 8 hours per day. So we'll get 160 hours. The unit is nothing but it's going to be hours. And how much we are going to pay him per hour. So let's say we are going to pay him $12 per hour. So the total cost, we'll have it. So is equal to the multiplication of like the quantity multiplied by the cost. So here we have the total cost of the labor. Then let's say we are going to have a salesperson. So the salesperson is also going to work like 160 hours. And then let's say the cost is going to be $9. And I'll just try to flash fill this formula over here. So here is the cost. So the labor cost, you can easily see over here. So now in case if there are many other people, you can just try to enter all the people. Let's down it over here. So next is I'll just try to find the total. So is equal to sum. And then I'll try to calculate the sum of all the labor cost over here. So you can see the $3,360 is going to be the labor cost, monthly labor cost. So next I'll completely copy this. So I'll come here and then let me try to paste the format only. So here we are going to have the last table. That's nothing but this is going to be our like the shipping or other cost. Okay. So shipping and other monthly cost. So here we can say like shipping and other cost, whatever we can just try to enter it over here. And then here we have the quantity, so the unit, so unit price, and then we'll have the total cost. So let's say when I'm going to buy the groceries over here, so whatever we're going to buy over here, so that is going to be delivered, right? So let's say there's going to be a delivery charge. So delivery fee or something we can say like we are going to take like delivery trips. So per week 2 times I'm going to do. So let's say 8 is going to be 8 trips we are going to do. So it's nothing but in trips. The unit is in trips. So per trip how much it's going to cost. So let me say it's going to cost me $22, and then the total cost is going to be is equal to so quantity multiplied by my unit price. This is going to be like the delivery fee. So apart from that, if any other like charges, whatever you want to do or whatever you want to list, like whatever you're trying to spend, if you want to list it, you can just try to list it down over here. Okay, so now I have only this one. So I'll just say this delivery fee, and then I'll just try to find the sum of the delivery fees over here. So completely I'll select the range and then give enter. So this is going to be the total value. So you can also go and try to change the color for this. So here is the color. So now I have the 4 important tables over here. That's the manufacturing, the packaging, the labor, and the shipping charges. Whatever we have, we are able to calculate. So now I'll come to the top, and then let's try to create a like the total base cost. So how much it is like the base cost is going to be for that particular month. So let me try to completely select this. I'll say merge center. So here total base cost. I'll say. So below this one, I can just try to merge this 2 cells. Here I'll just try to merge it. So I'll copy this and then I'll just try to paste it. So I can completely select this, and then I can have the borders, and I'll also center line this one, increase the size, and I'll make this bold. So here I'm just trying to list down all the values over here. So first is going to be my material cost. Next, I'll try to have my packaging cost. Next, labor cost. Next is going to be my shipping cost. So these are the 4 costs whatever we have. So here I'll try to calculate the total base cost whatever you're going to get. So I'll just try to calculate that one. So if I want to get the what is going to be the total material cost, so I can say is equal to, so whatever we have calculated over here, so that is going to be total material cost. So we can find it over here. Next is the packaging cost. So I'll say is equal to, so the total packaging cost is over here. So I'll say enter. And next the labor cost. So I'll say is equal to, so I'll select the cell. So here is the total labor cost, and the shipping cost is going to be is equal to, so I'll say here this cell. So this is the total shipping cost. So now we have got all the cost. So let's try to calculate the sum of all these values. That is going to be my base cost. So I'll completely select this. So here we have, so that's per month, we are trying to spend around $6,426 for like the burger business. We're just trying to spend to like for the materials, packaging, labor, and shipping. So I'll try to like highlight this, the color, and all this one also. I can just try to highlight this. So here we have found out that one. So next we'll try to find the pricing by profit margin. So how much profit margin we are going to have, how much we'll be able to earn for that particular month, we'll just try to calculate. So we'll have a small table below this one. So I'll completely select this. I'll say merge center. So here I'll say pricing by profit margin. And then, so I can just try to like completely, I'll select this, all these cells over here, and I'll say merge across. I can just completely select this, and then I'll little bit increase size, make this bold, and we can also have this as center align. So this one, I'll just try to highlight this. So below this one, we are going to have, first is what is going to be my profit margin. I'll have it. Next is I'm going to have what is going to be the discount we are going to give for the user, like how much percentage, and then the sales tax. So the tax is like calculating the tax is very important. So next is I'll try to find the final sales price over here. Okay, so here I'll just try to find the final sales price. So all these three cells are going to be in the format of percentage. So I'll just try to go and say this as percentage over here. So let me say that I want to sell the burgers at like 40% profit margin. Okay. And then like I'll not give any discount to the user. So let's say the sales tax is going to be like 5% is going to be sales tax, which I need to pay for the government. Okay. So now with the help of these details, I'll try to find out what is actually going to be the final sales price. So to do that one, so I'll write a formula. So I'll say is equal to, so the total base cost we have, right? So this multiplied by, so I'll have the brackets. So I'm going to say 1 plus the profit margin, and then divided by 1 minus the discount, and then again divided by 1 minus my sales tax. So this is the formula to calculate the final sales price. So when I press enter, we can see I'm getting the like value as $9,469.89 over here. That means I'm just trying to sell these products at 40% profit margin. The total cost, which is going to like, I'm going to spend is $6,426, and I'm going to like earn $9,469 I'll be able to earn. So now let's say how many quantities I'm going to sell. So let me say that I'm going to like sell like 1,500 quantities. So that is what we have already said, right? So we are like trying to buy 1,500 ones. So we are trying to actually sell 1,500 quantities. So these two cells also, I'll just try to merge it, and like product price per product, price per unit or something. We'll just try to find out at last. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. So now let's say I'm going to like sell 1,500 burgers, and then here I'll try to find out what is going to be the price per unit. So the price per unit is nothing but the final sales price is there, right, divided by the quantity. So when I enter here, you can see this is going to be the price per unit. That means I need to sell the burgers at $6.31. Like if I try to sell 1,500 burgers, I'll be able to make like $9,469 over here. So if I consider, let's say I want to sell the burgers at super high margins, let's say like 90% margin I want to sell. That means you can see, if I want to get like $6,400 I'll spend, and I'll get $12,800, then I need to sell each and every burger at around $8.57. So with the help of this particular calculator, you can easily find out like per unit how much price you need to like price it at, and then sell at this price. So easily you will be able to find out with this particular calculator easily. So this completely by profit margin. So if you want to have a good profit margin like 120%, 150%, you can just try to enter, let's say 120%. So here you can see everything is changed. So like you need to like sell at around like $10, somewhere around $10. You just need to price it. So easily you will be able to completely find out the price per product or per unit. You can just try to find out. So if it's going to be a clothing business, so per cloth, like per t-shirt or per jean, how much you can try to easily find the price. So any product, whatever product you're trying to sell, you can just try to find out per unit how much you need to price it to get a good profit margin. Whatever profit margin you're expecting, that one you can just try to easily calculate with the help of this product pricing calculator. So you can also create a graph to show this. So here you can just try to have the whatever is going to be the sales tax and other important things also. You can just try to have it. So I'll just try to have this as sales tax. So since these tax are going to be very important, so I'll just try to merge center. So here I can just completely select these two things, copy this. So here I'll have this one. So here I'll have the total cost. So what is going to be the total cost, which I'm trying to spend. So I'll select this. I'll draw the borders. I'll try to increase the size, and let me try to centerline this one. So here the sales tax, I'll say it's going to be equal to, so whatever we give over here, so that's going to be sales tax. The total cost is nothing but it's going to be equal to the total base cost, right? So this is going to be the total cost. So here also we can just try to fill this with the color. Then let me try to create a graph. So I'll just completely select this over here, all this thing. And then let me try to go and like create a chart. So here is my chart. So with the help of this chart, you can see like for where I am trying to spend more. Okay, so this is the important chart. So it's nothing but like the cost breakdown chart we can have. So I'll just try to go and have the chart title as cost breakdown. So, and I'll just try to change the color to a different color. So here you can actually see from these kinds of graphs, the important thing is that even the material cost is less, but the labor cost is more, right? You can see like only 2,420, but the labor cost is 3,360. So we are trying to spend more for labor than the material. So like this, the key analysis you'll be able to do with the help of these kinds of graphs. So here is how we can actually create a simple product pricing calculator in Google Sheet. So first, like we have listed down our material cost, packaging cost, then our labor cost and the shipping cost. So then we created what is going to be the total cost, which is going to what we are going to bear. And then we also created the profit margin calculator. So for this profit margin, how much we need to sell each and every unit of the product. So we have found out completely. So if you wish to download this product pricing calculator, I have given the link in the description. You can just try to go and download it from there. Also, I have created multiple templates to track the small businesses, like the sales pipeline tracker, like risk assessment, profit and loss statement, and many other trackers. So if you wish to use these kinds of trackers, you can visit my website plrdeck.com and then you can try to download it from there. So the great thing is that these templates are available for both Google Sheet and Excel. It also comes with master resale rights and commercial rights. You can try to edit these templates as per your wish and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you would have liked this video. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more such content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Excel or Google Sheet tutorial.